can a sustainable business model be built for all the stakeholders, and essentially also the aspect of we are looking at a high number of transactions, but low volume transactions happening.
Sure.
KYC is another aspect
Sure.
that, I mean, banks have a edge because they're fully KYC operated, so the amount is much higher as a store.
Sure.
Wherein it's only 10,000
Yeah.
at the digital wallets. How can these all aspects be addressed, and how can a sustainable business model be ensured?
At ItzCash, really what we've built is, over the years, is we've always believed that it has to be a omni-channel play, right? It has to be a physical retail touch point that connects to the customer to be able to turn that physical to digital, and then have various and enough products, because ultimately we as consumers, we use different instruments for different use cases and different problems, right? While we can have one account that does it all, we'll still always find an instrument or a methodology to solve one particular use case or one problem case, right? For micropayments, for insurance, it'll always be different use cases. So having built that ecosystem today, we are extremely bullish to be able to believe in that collaborative environment. I think Kumar raised that there is issuance, there is a talk on just being able to issue as many wallets, where is the talk to turn that physical to digital, and at the same time then the acceptance on the digital side, right? I think there is enough in the pie for all to collaborate, to be able to find the unique strengths in the ecosystem. We work with banks, we work with the acceptance aggregators. You need to be able to work in that collaborative environment, because let's remember, ultimately when it comes with money, and this is just a simple consumer insight that we'd like to share, when it comes to money, our behavior changes the last, right? Anything that we do digital, be it social networks, be it our way of working, our way of shopping, our way of booking a taxi or transport or booking a hotel or restaurant, all of that are lifestyle decisions. But when it comes to money, it gets more personal, more emotional, more other aspects come in. And today, even though there has been disruption across the world, we still see that there is physical cash, there is checks, there are bank accounts, there's debit cards, credit cards, and then there is digital wallet. We all use multiple form factors for different use cases. That will change over a period of time, but we all are crystal gazing and saying, how do we kind of collaborate and get all of these use cases and address all of that? Lastly, on the unit economics, I think it's very important. Payments is ultimately a extremely high volume, thin margin game. You need to get that answer very quickly. While there will always be new entrants and new buzz and new technology, we want to be continuing to focus on being the profitable player, right? It's difficult. You have to get to certain volume and believe that your unit economics work, and operating margins have always been profitable for us. And now even at the bottom line, ultimately, if you then become that sustainable player, then it's a long run, because payments is not something you can change overnight. It's not the game of 2 years or 3 years. It's a long game. And lastly, to your range of questions, Prashant, I think we're optimistic in India, while the RBI, and let me share with you, the regulator is already evaluating a form of digital or a cryptocurrency for the country. While that's in the future, what's already happened with the current platforms that have come out, and I heard this from Nandan Nilekani as well in a few conversations. What Aadhaar and that ecosystem has allowed us is it's made it presenceless, paperless, and cashless, right? eKYC and Aadhaar is making it presenceless, so I don't have to be physically present to be able to get myself verified. Paperless, because now I have a digital locker and I'll be able to access or provide my documents in a paperless fashion, and cashless with all the disruption that's happening in emerging payments. So it's an interesting time, it's an interesting next few years, and I think if all of us just believe in a collaborative competition, I think it'll be a game we'll be able to turn much faster than the rest of the world, in fact.